Hi, good morning, good afternoon, Nature Sunshine Family Inform Coaches. Welcome to our Inform Coach webinar happening today, and our theme is promoting events. So first off, of course, welcome. This is David Villaseñor from the corporate sales team here at home office, and just want to thank you for joining our webinar today, and excited to be with you as we share the topic, which is promoting events. So a couple of things here just to keep in mind. So we've got some great presenters lined up for you today for this webinar. But we want to remind you that if we can just, let's move over to the next slide here. Remind you that on the right-hand side, you've got a control panel which allows you to ask questions and make comments. So as you hear information from we have two presenters lined up today. So as you hear the information and you're taking down your own notes, you have the opportunity to ask questions. So please use the panel on your right-hand side to type in your questions. We'll be looking at them as we go through the presentation, and where it allows, we'll try to answer those questions during, but we'll also make some time after so that we can specifically address some of those questions and comments that you might be having during the presentation. So without further ado, let's get started with our first presenter here. And so please welcome to the webinar, Rebecca Trevino, our Director of Training and Education. So Rebecca.
All right, thanks so much, David. Greatly appreciate that warm welcome. Really glad. Let's see, we've got 62 people on the line so far. That is fantastic. We keep growing our In.FORM Coaches webinar, and really excited for what you all do. Just to introduce myself for those who may not know, I'm Rebecca Trevino. I was once an In.FORM coach myself, based out of Louisville, Kentucky, but I have this great career in training and development. So when Ray was retiring from being over education for Nature Sunshine, Doug Corrigan gave me a call and said, "Are you willing to move to Utah?" And what a great opportunity for me to combine my love of Nature Sunshine with what I've been doing for a career for over 20 years. So I have a deep heart for all of you In.FORM coaches, because I've been there, done that. That was how I ran my Nature Sunshine business. And I am a product of the product, as someone who shed over 50 pounds, shed over 50 years of metabolic age. I am 52. My metabolic age is 25. Keep telling my kids I'm younger than them. So I really love all of you all as In.FORM coaches, and how that program can really help our clients and help you to be successful as well. So we've been going through these Go Pro skills from Eric Worre's book, 7 Steps to Become a Network Marketing Professional. If you haven't gotten his book yet, I recommend that you go to Network Marketing Pro, order a copy for yourself, get some extra copies for your team, because I found this book. It's one of those, like, man, I wish I had this book when I was in the field. I found great information on it. So we're on the last skill right now about promoting events. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, and how appropriate as we all just came back from convention. So if you can, raise your hand, use the raise your hand feature, and let me know if you went to convention in Indianapolis. All right, seeing lots of hands raising here. Fantastic. That's great. We've got lots of hands raised, but there's still a lot that aren't. For those of you who didn't go, if you're willing, I'd love to hear about maybe why you didn't necessarily come. If you want to put that in the questions. Thanks, Ron, saying it was best convention in years. So I would agree. That's the feedback that we're getting, that it was an absolute amazing convention. So really excited that you can do that. So Judy, I am taking care of you now. Here's Judy. All right, Judy, I've got you all set up. Actually, you know what, Judy? I may have to wait because I'm going to lose control here by putting you in. Hold on. Judy, I will move you over when it's your part. Let me at least make you a... Hold on, a little technical difficulty here. Judy's going to be speaking later. I want to make sure that she is all set up for her part because you're going to love it.
Yeah, and she'll be a panelist, Rebecca, and I think that'll
Yep.
be the best way. Not, thank you.
All right. Okay, so some people said they just didn't qualify or they're new to this opportunity. Yeah, that's great. All right.
Good to
Judy,
go.
let me get you. There we go. All right, Judy, you were all set for your part later. Yeah, so I understand, a lot of people didn't necessarily weren't able to come. But let's talk about what Eric says regarding events, because I think that might change your mind as you think for the future, your attendance at events. So, it's great to meet with people one-on-one or in small groups, or even at our regional events. They can have a huge impact on the long-term success of your network marketing business. There's our own Dr. J there at one of our events. But one particular type of event, according to Eric, that's the most powerful is the destination event. He says it's one that requires attendees to travel to a different city, stay in a hotel, and participate in a conference or a convention. And Eric says if you study what successful people do to build their network marketing organizations, he said you find that virtually every one of them use destination events as a cornerstone for building their business. There's just something magical about getting away. And I actually grabbed some pictures from our convention this year, so you may see some familiar faces here. But there's something magical about getting away from your day-to-day grind and focusing completely on your dreams. I mean, total immersion, even if it's only for a weekend, is so good. You can use it to refocus and recommit to your future and gather the strength necessary to go back home and do what's necessary to move your business forward. You gain strength from the presentations that you hear during the events. This is Dr. Spellman here from the main stage. But sometimes the person says just the right thing at the right time of your life. I know for me personally, my first convention was 2014. Now, I had been using Nature Sunshine products. I really loved them and I recommended them to others. But, my direct upline, Kit, she was working on her natural health practitioner degree. And my amazing national manager, LaDonna, had her own practice and a store. And I wasn't going to leave my HR and training career to do either one of those. But at the 2014 convention, it was just up the road for us in Cincinnati. LaDonna and Kit worked and the rest of the team to get me there. They said, you just got to go to conventions. So we carpooled. We put a whole bunch of us in a hotel room. We packed some groceries with us and made sure that we could go on the cheap. Well, IN.FORM was launched at the 2014 convention, and I finally saw that that was my vehicle to build a Nature Sunshine business. I stayed over that Sunday to earn my IN.FORM certification and started my group the very next month. So that was a very pivotal convention for me. This year, we launched the Health to Home concept with the supporting resources and an ordering portal. For Summit Convention, they may have seen that this was the system for them to build an additional stream of income as a part-time business. Someone who previously never saw a way for them to do Nature Sunshine, and now they're on fire. I mean, in just the last 2 weeks of September, there were over 300 health to home events. The sales numbers were fantastic. We averaged at those 1,000 QV on average at those. And we had 230 new member signups. That's pretty amazing, and that's the power of attending a destination event. So, of course, in addition to receiving strength from the presentations, you also receive incredible validation of your decision to be involved. It's what's called social proof. We are wired to seek proof from other sources outside of our own thoughts and experiences. And at a destination event, you see lots of people who have made the same decision that you have, and that feels good. You also see those who have overcome fear and gone to the highest levels of the company. If you were at convention, hopefully you attended. Annie John did a great workshop about overcoming fear. And in her own personal story, she kind of had to overcome that fear. And she got to go on the IN.FORM Baltic cruise this year for the first time because she overcame fear. When you're at these events, oftentimes you think, if they can do it, maybe I can too. And here's our managers of the year, Nora and Scott Weigel. There's positive peer pressure involved at these destination events because they include recognition. Who won a contest, who moved to the next rank, and some of the top income earners, and the folks who speak from the stage. So Eric in his book shares that when he went to his first event and he saw people walking across the stage, he had one thought: next time, I'm going to walk across that stage. So he was inspired by those people, and it made him think he could do it too. So he made a plan to make it happen. What did he need to do to be one of those people that walked across the stage? So that positive peer pressure of being at a destination event helped him face his fears and make it happen. There's also that sense of community at a destination event that's really comforting. You get to go to a big event, you're surrounded by people who think like you think. They have similar hopes and dreams, aspirations, and positive attitudes. Spending time around this amazing group of people can literally fill us back up again so we have the strength for the next push. This picture is when Linda had all of the IN.FORM coaches up there that did the 8 weeks to convention. And isn't it great to see these are all people that were on the journey together, and how we focus during that time. And we've got that same mindset. One of our people that was at the convention said, it's always a delight to attend convention. It's like being in a big NSP friends reunion. I know I get so charged when I go to events like convention as well. And it was fun to be on the staff side of it as well this year and really see all the amazing work that you all are doing. But there's power in events. Once you understand how important the destination events are to the success of your business, then the next step is to learn how to effectively promote them within your organization. The more people from your group who attend events, the more successful you're going to be. Top leaders know exactly how many people are attending, and they make sure to grow that number at every new event. So here's a group that they've got 5 folks with them at convention, which is always great. But think about it. If you take 2 distributors who each have 20 people in their organization, distributor A makes it a priority to get all 20 people to convention. Distributor B doesn't make it a priority and maybe just a handful attends. I mean, who do you think is going to have a more successful group in the long run? So to develop a culture that promotes attendance at convention, you must be personally more committed than anyone else who's attending and help others make that same decision. That means you've got to lead by example and never miss a destination event, whether that's convention, whether that is regional events in your area. When we had Leadership Summit, Herbal Traditions, so many of those things. Eric shared that when he first started, he didn't know how he was going to do it. He couldn't afford to go, nor did he have the time to go. Same obstacles as everybody else. But he said he scraped up the money to attend his first event, and it changed everything. As I told you, for me, it was my upline helping me by, putting a bunch of us in a hotel room, carpooling, and saying, you know what? Bring stuff to do groceries. You don't have to eat out every meal. But Eric talked about meeting some of the top income earners at his company, and he felt like he was standing next to a celebrity. And this person told him the secret. He said he surveyed the room of about 2,000 people and said, half of these people won't be back next year, but the half that do will be making about twice the average of everyone else in the room. He told Eric, your job is to be in the 1,000 people who keep coming back. You become part of a smaller and smaller percent of people who keep coming back. And in the end, you end up being one of the highest paid people in the room, and eventually you find yourself on stage. But his mentor said, but you're going to have to continue to work on your skills between events. But this mentor shared, his experience has shown that if you outlast people at the big events, you'll make it to the top. Now, Eric did talk about it wasn't easy. There were issues with money, having to purchase the tickets to the event. The great part is with Nature Sunshine, you can earn your way to convention. You don't have to purchase a ticket. Other direct sales organizations that I was a part of, if you went to their convention, you paid to get there. Nobody gave it to you. So you have this opportunity to earn convention with Nature Sunshine, which is great. But he talks about different issues he had, childcare and transportation and trying to find ways to get there. Talks about reserving a bus and recruiting people to share the cost of that bus. Initially, he shared a room with as many people as possible. The bottom line is that he made it work and made it a priority to attend all of the events no matter what. Something to consider is to check with your tax accountant, because your expenses related to attending convention and other Nature Sunshine events could be a tax write-off, but check with your tax consultant on that. But that's an opportunity for you depending on how your business is set up. Now, you can earn your way to convention with I.N.SPIRE programs. And we've got Las Vegas is our next one coming up. I'm not going to go into all the details because you can find them under the members section of the NSP website. But we also do a monthly webinar about I.N.SPIRE and how you can use that program to maximize your ability to earn points. That's the first Thursday of every month. So that would be this Thursday coming up on the 4th. You can register for that at nspwebinars.com. Plus, for 2019, NSP is increasing the number of I.N.SPIRE convention earners. So for 2018, it was 800. For 2019, it's the top 1,000 that earn convention. So you've got 3 more months to earn those I.N.SPIRE points and earn convention for yourself, because now it's going to the top 1,000 I.N.SPIRE point earners. And join us on our first Thursday of the month webinar, because we talk about how to maximize that program. But once you're fully committed, the next step is to grow the number of people on your team that attend with you. Make the event a priority for your group. Tell stories that inspire people to take action. Paint a picture in their minds of how great the event will be and the benefits of attending. So this photo, I love it. Nora, you just cracked me up. Scott and Nora Weigel and their team, which joined them at convention. That's 20 folks that came to convention with them. And if you don't already know, Nora and Scott received Manager of the Year this year. So congratulations to them. We absolutely love them. But sometimes people say, oh, I can't do it because of this or that. They'll give you lots of reasons why they can't attend. But sometimes you got to dig a little deeper. When you hear an objection, work with that person to understand the meaning and the importance of attending the event. Then brainstorm with them and figure out a way to overcome their initial problem. The lesson here is to tell your story. Don't necessarily buy into theirs. I am glad that Kit and LaDonna, when I said, oh, I can't afford to go to convention, even when it was in our backyard, they made it happen for me. And after attending my first convention, it caught me on fire. It's funny, I think the theme for that year was Ignite, and boy, was I ignited. And I didn't miss a convention after that. Even if things were a little tight, I found a way, and I would squirrel away money to go to convention. So first, you got to start attending the event yourself. If you aren't already going to convention or you aren't going to the local regional events, make sure that you're going to those first. And then the goal is to bring people with you at the next event and continue to grow that number at the next event and the next event and the next event. So that is the way that you really help to grow the number of people coming and in turn grow your team. Because I know for those of y'all who have been to convention or you've been to some of the regional events, they inspire you. You get on fire after these things and it helps you to refocus. I didn't finish off this slide, so I'm trying to get that going here, but I got to tell you, I put out a question on one of the NSP distributor Facebook groups of how long have you been with NSP and how many conventions have you attended? And I didn't get a chance to update this morning. One particular leader, 42 years, only missed one convention. She's a senior national manager. Others who were in there said that, I've been with Nature Sunshine for 6 years, been to 6 conventions. Another one, 3 years, 3 conventions. 7 years, 7 conventions. And it's amazing the people who then said, "Oh, I've never gotten to go because I never earned it." And you gotta, and earning is great, but sometimes we got to make the investment in ourselves and our business and go to convention. A lot of the people who said that they've always gone to convention are the people who are being successful. Even if they haven't been in Nature Sunshine for a while, these are people who are growing. So think about that. So a few things to remember from this is to use destination events as a cornerstone for building your business. It's an opportunity for total immersion to refocus and recommit yourself on your decision. Yeah, LaDonna, 24 years, 23 conventions, and it definitely makes a difference. I would agree, and LaDonna, I appreciate that you always encourage your team to attend convention and have a big group coming. So definitely love that you do that as a national manager, LaDonna. Also, it's social proof. Being around all these people who have made that decision makes you feel like if I can do it, if they can do it, maybe I can too. Plus, you want to make a personal commitment to always attend. Find a way to make it happen. And Mark, yes, 37 years, 33 conventions. I love that, Mark. Linda Whitaker, she's been with us less than 2 years, but she's been to 2 conventions and she agrees, so necessary to continue. But you definitely want to make sure you grow the number of people on your team that attend with you because they'll catch fire too. And it just grows and grows from there. So if you haven't already, you can see that attending events for yourself and promoting events with your team is a key skill. So right now, pull out your phone, or if you use a paper calendar, whatever you use, reserve September 5th through the 8th of 2019 and make plans to attend the Nature Sunshine National Convention held at the Paris Hotel in Las Vegas. I got to tell you, Las Vegas subsidizes the airlines. That's why you can fly to Vegas cheap because they want people to get there, typically for gambling, but you want to get there for convention. So just do a little research and find out how much it would cost for you to fly to Las Vegas or drive from where you live. So you know what your target is. What's it going to cost me to fly there for hotel and for food? Whether you bring it with you. I know I had shakes when I was at convention. I brought stuff to make sandwiches. You've got over almost a year to save up for the trip. So there's no excuse to miss it. Plus, you still have opportunity. You got 3 more months to earn INspire points. And if you're in the top 1,000, you're going to be covered for your hotel accommodations. So you've got time. I hope that this inspired you to attend convention next year in Vegas. Now, if you can't make it to Vegas, we've got all these detox breakthrough events coming up this fall, more than we have had in a long time, more than we did in the spring, more than we did in the summer. And it only costs $10 and you can bring 2 non-member guests with you. So that's like 3 for the price of 1. So you see the dates that are on here. You can also visit the local events page under members, go to local events and go to Herbal Traditions and see all of the dates that are there as well, and make sure that you register for that event. It's $10. There's probably one within driving distance of you. You really don't want to miss these. We are going to do a little bit of recap, tiny recap of convention, share with you some great stuff that came out of that, our new Purify program, Health to Home. You do not want to miss this. Yeah, Nelia, once we know the dates that are still TBD, we will update those on the website. Right now, they're still to be determined for Rochester, Orlando, and Nashville. As soon as we have those will be updated on the website as well, and on all the webinars. I talk about this on all the webinars too. So if you're attending those, as soon as I get dates, I'll let you know. All right, I hope that this really lit a fire under you about you attending events and also encouraging the people in your organization to do that as well. So we covered all of the 7 steps to becoming a network marketing professional by Eric Worre. I hope that you've got a copy of the book. You're sharing this book with new members and managers on your team, because it is super, super powerful. Oh, Ron said it's updated on the events page. Good. Okay, Ron says Rochester is November 1st. Thank you, Ron. Appreciate that. I will update that on all my other stuff as well. I'm going to look through the questions real close here before I send this over to Judy, who is amazing. All right.
And I'll just jump in here really quick while you do that, Rebecca.
Great.
On the Raleigh, Wilmington, North Carolina event, that's been canceled. So, because of the floods and the hurricane that impacted that area, our team's not, they're in the process of recovering. So our thoughts and prayers are with them over there. But yeah, we're gonna postpone that event until sometime early next year. So
Okay.
just a note on that. And yes, go to the website because there are some updates to dates and cities, but the website has the latest and greatest information.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you, David. All right, one question I saw in here was about Annie's presentation, that you missed that at convention. We are going to do a webinar with Annie, so be watching our webinars that we have twice a week, and we will definitely put Annie on there and do that. Let's see, Omaha is the 25th, not the 24th. Okay, great. I had that typed wrong because it's on my calendar. It's the 25th. I will correct that. Thank you for letting me know that, Retta. Okay, Judy, are you ready? Let's make sure we've got Judy where she can be heard. Judy.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, hello, Judy. Our wonderful Judy Plodna from Dubuque, Iowa. She's an area manager, and she is the owner of Insight, a place of wellness. So, Judy, I will advance slides for you. You just tell me when to go.
Perfect. So I will share with you that if anyone had an excuse to not attend convention this year, it may have been me. I had a family wedding just the week before, yet you saw me there on that stage because I have not missed a convention since the first one I attended, which was in Hawaii, and I thought, I really like this company. If these are the places they are going to take me. Go ahead and move forward. Okay, so we're going to talk about total health transformation using Purify 2.0, specifically incorporating it into your IN.FORM program that you are offering now as a certified personal coach. There we go. So we've got the Ultra Biome Detox, which is Purify. Please write that down. Purify is Ultra Biome DTX. I will trip over it knowing that I've been calling it Purify for a good long time, but just know that it's all about the microbiome or the health of the gut, hence the new name. And detox is very, very popular right now. There is emerging science that says that our environment wreaks havoc on our bodies way more than we could have ever imagined, and we should be doing something daily to detox from those chemicals. Now, Love and Peas is featured here. However, you can use any of the proteins that Nature's Sunshine offers. The Rejuvenate is our brand new product, which I referred to all summer long as my magic beet juice, because that's all I was allowed to say. So now I've got my brain wrapped around the word rejuvenate, which I just love. It does have a pomegranate lemonade flavor to it, and it does rejuvenate you from the inside out. That's a great little pitch. And then Bacillus coagulans. You can play a little bit with different probiotics here. However, as an IN.FORM certified coach, you've probably got your people on the IN.FORM probiotic, and we've got this wonderful environment of bacteria in the gut, and Bacillus makes an excellent food for those probiotics. So it is okay to keep them on their IN.FORM probiotic, and it is okay to switch them to Bacillus coagulans for 30 days, and then maybe go back to their original probiotic if they like. There are over 400 different types of bacteria in our gut, the good guys. Therefore, it is okay to rotate through probiotics and just keep that multicultural in that microbiome. Go ahead and move forward, Rebecca. So this is how the program goes when you're doing the 2.0. For breakfast, you will have your shake of choice. You can also incorporate a little extra protein there, or extra vegetables, or extra fruit, or extra healthy fats. You know, just nothing processed and no added sugar unless it's coming from those berries that you're putting in your shake. And then sometime between breakfast and lunch, you're going to sneak in that Ultra Biome Detox and the Rejuvenate product as well, with your healthy snacks of vegetables and protein and healthy fats. So the food plan does not differ from the IN.FORM food plan. These new products are just incorporated in there. The number one question I get is, can the water in my shake, my Ultra Biome Detox, and my Rejuvenate count towards my water goal for the day? And the answer there is absolutely. You are going to be very liquidated, and you need that because there is a lot of fiber in the detox, the Rejuvenate, and your shake. That's why we're offsetting it with so much water. So for lunch comes another shake, and again, you can add this, make it into a smoothie with your yogurt if you want, or your fruit, or just have it straight up. But for lunch is a shake. Sometime between lunch and dinner, you're going to get in Ultra Biome Detox again, and the Rejuvenate again, as well as your healthy snacks of vegetables and a little bit of protein and some healthy fat. And then for dinner, just something nice and big and clean for supper, that fits with your IN.FORM food plan. So your protein, your veggies, a big helping of that. You'll be drinking for most of the day, that you'll be ready for some solid food at dinner time. And it really keeps the bowels moving beautifully on this program. Go ahead and move forward, Rebecca. Oh, look at those healthy, happy, vital people. And that's the benefits that we're hearing about the Purify 2.0 program, is people feel better. There's an overall sense of wellness with this program. That Rejuvenate is something they will feel not in months, but in days. So that's where this program fits in with the IN.FORM program that you have people on, or maybe they haven't been back for a while. You can get them back in the door with sort of a fast track to IN.FORM. 2 shakes a day, incorporate the Rejuvenate, the Ultra Biome Detox, and the Bacillus coagulans. So it can be in the middle of the program. It can be at the beginning of the program. It can be a jump start if they haven't been doing anything with you for a while. So this Purify 2.0 really fits into anything you're already doing for people when it comes to putting together a program. Do not box yourself in. These products stand alone beautifully, so they can be brought in one at a time, and they also work together awesome as a program that stands alone by itself, or the whole program fits completely inside of the IN.FORM program that you're already familiar with. So that Rejuvenate, what that focuses on is bringing up the nitric oxide levels in the body. What does that mean? It means endurance, and it means heart health, and it means brain health. Think of all the benefits when it comes to lowering cholesterol and balancing blood sugar and blood pressure. This really is a product for everyone. It does have the equivalence nutritionally of 3 beets and half a watermelon. So you have those people that don't want to eat their fruits and vegetables and they just want to drink them. Well, here you go. Have your Rejuvenate. The fiber drink, the Ultrabiome Detox, that's got your psyllium in there and your glutamine and your chicory inulin and your zinc. So again, we are mopping up toxins, taking them out of the body. We are sealing up that gut to make it nice and so that things aren't leaking out into the bloodstream. And we're also feeding that beautiful biome that people have been working so hard to build. We talked already about Bacillus coagulans being the probiotic of choice. I will put a little plug in there that it is wonderful that this one is shelf stable. Since I was doing the program over the summer and traveling, I really appreciated that shelf stability with that Bacillus coagulans. Also, just for me, sharing that with other customers of mine, we notice a little less gas and bloating when it comes to Bacillus versus the other probiotics. So if you've ever had anyone experience probiotics and say they're not for me, they cause too much gas and bloating, try the Bacillus. You'd be surprised how gentle those are. And then the protein shake, pick whichever one from Nature's Sunshine you like best. We just happen to feature the Love and Peas for popularity reasons, and it's kind of a no-brainer knowing that it's totally vegan and completely allergen-free. So good luck finding a better shake on the market than our Love and Peas. So where does this fit in with IN.FORM? Everywhere. As I said, do not box yourself in. So whether it's the IN.FORM program or the 2.0 program, they're going to be doing 2 shakes a day. Both are going to help to remove heavy metals, pesticides, and has a food plan.
For Bruce to see if we can schedule some carpet cleaning.
Oops. LaDonna, if you could put yourself on mute. And then both are going to address gut health and endotoxins. And both are going to focus on inflammation as well, how long things take to transit in those bowels, and how well you're assimilating your food. So it's not you are what you eat, but it is you are what you eat and absorb, therefore addressing that fatigue. And then metabolic dysfunction. We're talking about weight management here and blood sugar balancing and lipids in the body. So both go together beautifully. Like I said, whether you want to plug Purify 2.0 at the front of IN.FORM if you can, or you've got somebody plateaued with IN.FORM and you want to bring it in the middle, or you want to use Purify 2.0 at the end of IN.FORM as a maintenance program, it can be done. So where Purify 2.0 stood out a little bit more than just regular IN.FORM was the removal of heavy metals like lead and mercury and arsen and cadmium. It also really helped people feel better right away, faster results when it came to an overall sense of well-being. And those 2 stars at the bottom, one of them stands for how long it takes fecal matter to move through the body, and the other one, how often it moves through the body. So bowel movements increased and transit time increased. And of course, we all feel better if we just are able to go. And here's our gut microbiology. So the firmicutes, that's where you want to be firm and cute. You want less of those. Then there's bacterioids, and that's in bacteroidetes, and those are in the leaner of the twins. So they studied this on mice and in humans, and the difference between the identical twins where one was obese and the other was lean was the type of bacteria in their gut. So we want to be firm and cute, and we want to be nice and lean. Therefore, we want to build up an abundance of better bacteria in our microbiome so that we have smaller tummies. Just another slide here, going to prove that just a few weeks on the diet, you can have improvement already, but it really does take almost an entire year to reset that microbiome. So when people sign up to be with you, they should plan on being with you for a full year. Now, of course, you can spend 4 weeks with them and really get things moving, but have them check in monthly or regularly and have that understanding that this takes patience. Their gut may have been leaking for a long time. They may have worked in an environment that is toxic, like a welder or a hairdresser in a beauty salon, for a long time. Now, all those chemicals are not removed in just a few short weeks, and all that good bacteria is not replenished in just a few short weeks. We've got a year's worth of work to do, and as you know, once you've tried IN.FORM products, the probiotics and the shakes, you know those are your base, and you're going to use those indefinitely. And then you're going to play with products when it comes to detoxing and targeting what you need specifically to improve your health.
Oh, sorry, Judy. This is the one that still has the months on it.
Oh, that's okay. I just wanted to kind of dig into this one just a touch, having people understand that there's no right or wrong way to work with these products and these programs. You want to continue or begin a program that's right for you or your guest based on their gut health. Every person is going to be different, but you cannot go wrong activating the body with some Rejuvenate, building the body with probiotics and shakes, and then cleansing the body with Ultra Biome Detox. Of course, you don't want to forget what you already know. If people need to balance hormones, of course you're going to address the thyroid and the adrenals. If people need to boost their heart health, of course they're going to keep in their super omegas and their cardiacs LDL. If they need a little more boost to blood sugar balancing, you can definitely bring in the berberine or the new cinnamon product that we have. So don't forget what you already know, and you're going to follow their gut to figure out what's right for them. Remain flexible, but this diagram just lets you know that they're with you for the long haul. Again, jumpstart for 1 month, work with them for 3 months on IN.FORM, put them on a maintenance plan for the next 3 months if they've gotten to where they need to be, or understand that it's going to take a full year for that microbiome to be perfectly beautiful and in maintenance mode, and that's only if they're, compliant and good participants for you. Go ahead and move forward. Perfect. Questions? What questions do you have for me?
Which, Judy, we did have a few questions that I have already answered in the question panel. With regards to, can you take DTX, Ultrabiome DTX, and Rejuvenate and mix them together in the same water? And yes, you can. So it's not like you've got to take, oh, I've got to take, this one and drink it down and this one and drink it down. You can mix them together if you want. They are best on an empty stomach. So that's why in the program, that's between breakfast and lunch, but you can put them together. And then, someone indicated that they felt like the program was too expensive. Understandable. For a lot of people, you look at that one price tag and it's like, oh my goodness. But you got to think of, you're replacing breakfast and lunch. So you take those funds out of what you would have spent either in your grocery bill or in going out to eat and apply that towards IN.FORM. I know that's, towards the Purify 2.0 program. I know that's what a lot of us IN.FORM coaches recommend for people to do as well. If some people are like, oh my gosh, this is so much. It's like, but You're replacing meals, but you know what? The positive impact of this program is so worth it. Judy, you can share. You got to do the Purify program this summer while we were testing it. Share a little bit about your results.
I did, and I was very happy with it. We took a toxicity questionnaire, which you can find on Nature Sunshine website. And through that questionnaire, I realized that even though I've had an IN.FORM compliant lifestyle for the last 5 years, and I do regularly cleanse, seasonally like we should, our colons, what I found was I still had symptoms of toxicity. And that's not to be said because it's just in the air we breathe, the water we drink, and environmentally, I still work in a beauty salon. So after taking the toxicity questionnaire, realizing I had some symptoms of toxicity yet, I was then on the Purify 2.0 program. Now the expense of it was only like, I think Rebecca might have to run some numbers. So I'm going to throw that out here that it might be about $8 a day, which is very similar. Okay, which is very similar to the IN.FORM plan that I already have people on. And to me, $8 a day is nothing when I look at other people's habits. Just yesterday, I had a child standing in front of me with an $8 drink from Starbucks, and mom stops there every morning before dropping the kiddo off at school. So therefore, I am building my health, I am investing in me, and I'm not putting the poison in, I'm taking the junk out. So for me, my $8 a day to maintain my health, I don't blink an eye at that compared to other habits that others have. And so therefore, I did the program through the summer, and the magic beet juice was amazing as far as balancing my blood sugar and giving me the endurance I needed to get through a day. You see, I was plugging through a day just fine, I thought, until I was using Rejuvenate, and I was having much better, efficient days. Now, the Ultrabiome Detox, I prefer that actually. I did it a little bit different, where I actually prefer that product on an empty stomach before bed, because I would have a beautiful bowel movement in the morning before going to work, again, enhancing my energy. But it also just took all the mucus and drainage and irritants out of my sinuses, kind of my ears and my throat, pulled everything out of there with it, and I could breathe better all day long, and I could speak better all day long without all of that junk up in my head that I was unaware I had because of being toxic. So I loved the program. I was already used to doing 2 shakes a day. They are so inexpensive and so fast. I watch my coworkers day after day order Jimmy John's or Subway or takeout, and they're spending $10, $12 on lunch every day. And I have my $2.50 shake, by the time I get my yogurt maybe in there, some berries in there. That is a very inexpensive yet fully nutritious meal for me. So my lifestyle is pretty inexpensive, and it really builds my body instead of taking away my health. And I just absolutely love it.
Fantastic, Judy. Somebody asked about where can you get the toxicity questionnaire. On the NSP website, go to members, then health to your home, and you will find that under the resources section of Health to Your Home. It is a downloadable PDF, so once you open it up, you've got a little box that shows an arrow pointing down that you can hover over that and then download that into your computer and then attach it to emails, send it to different things. So that is available out there. All right. Hey, Judy, someone asked, what's the protocol for doing Purify 2.0 with Rejuvenate and IN.FORM with the cardio kit?
Oh, no problem at all. So keep your omegas away from the fiber products by an hour or 2, and that should be fine. So the cardio kit has in there our super supplemental, so multiple vitamin, no problem. It has in there the omega-3, and you just want to keep that away from your fiber products, which would be your Ultrabiome Detox and your Rejuvenate by like an hour or 2. And then in there is your Cardiacs LDL, which, as you should already know, that's taken in the evening on an in the evening, as long as it's with dinner or after dinner. Before bedtime, you want to take that cardiac LDL when the liver can modulate that cholesterol at the best time. So that incorporates right in there. Probably that's the only heads up, is keeping the fiber away from your omega-3.
All right.
Fantastic. Well, are we good with? Did we go through those questions, Rebecca?
Yep, I'm just looking down. Yeah. When someone says, how can someone learn how toxic they are? How do you answer it? Take the toxicity questionnaire for sure. Oh, another comment. Thank you, Terry. On the program, you cut way down on your eating out expenses besides the grocery bill. You also feel so much better. So that is something that you really have to take into consideration, is with anything where we improve someone's health, how much then, as Dr. J said, may you never know the disease you prevent, but also looking at, how much less do you go to doctor? How much more productive are you in your job? I mean, all those sort of things go with that as well. So thank you all so much for your questions. Really, really great. Let's see. David, we've got now some promos about starting your October group. Judy, thank you so much. Amazing. Really appreciate you sharing that with how Purify 2.0 incorporates with IN.FORM. They're both there for you to use. So David, go ahead and talk about our October Start Your Group promo.
Awesome. Thank you. Yes, and thanks again to Judy, because where else can we talk about beautiful bowel movements if it's not on this webinar? So thank you, Judy, and thank you as well, Rebecca. So let's move on here to our October promotion for IN.FORM coaches. So, keeping it going with our IN.FORM groups and earning product credit. So let's see what we have here for the month of October. Earn additional product credit based on your group sales. So your goal to start a group with 5 or more new participants, you're going to get rewarded with a $50 product credit, and that can go towards any product you'd like. Again, $50 just by simply starting a group with 5 or more new participants. Now, if you reach 500 QV or in sales in weight management specific products within that group, you're going to get an additional $100 product credit. So that gives you a total of $150 when you add on just for starting a group, the $50 that you get for that. If you reach 1,000 in QV sales in weight management product sales in your group, that's an additional 100 product credit. So that you have an earning potential here in just free product of $250. That's an incredible incentive. That's on top of everything else that Nature Sunshine is promoting and incentivizing. And so that's, as IN.FORM coaches, you have a great opportunity here to take advantage of this promotion for the month of October. It's a fantastic promotion, fantastic way to keep growing, to be able to earn product, and you can use that product to help sample or for personal use, whatever you'd like. But again, that's a great incentive for you IN.FORM coaches. So please take advantage of that this month of October, in addition to everything else that we have going on with Nature Sunshine in terms of promotions. So, okay, so let's see, Rebecca, anything else that we have that we want to cover here? I believe we just want to let's look at our webinar, our next webinar date, which is scheduled for Tuesday, November 6th, same time, 11 a.m. Mountain Time. And so we will talk to you then on our next webinar. Again, I want to thank our presenters, Rebecca Trevino and Judy Platna. Thank you so much for helping us with that information today and providing such great insights and inspiration. So my name is David, and looking forward to seeing all of you at a regional event this fall. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.